welcome to the Well of Possibilities. I'm so happy that you're here because I'm going to talk about one of my favorite topics, and that is uncertainty. And well, over the course of my life, I actually noticed that many people are not liking uncertainty, and I have an idea where it's coming from my side, why I actually have not that much issues or problems or fear for it, but um, it's coming back in many of the sessions that I have with people that there is uncertainty, and you can have the personal uncertainty, being uncertain as a person, which may be linked to self-worth, self-esteem. Um, that kind of uncertainty I feel, and maybe you feel as well. But uncertainty for things ahead of you, for me, not that really, but maybe for you, yes. And that's why I want to talk to you about how to be more open and actually simply being open to uncertainty, because as much that it's part of life, right? It's totally inevitable. You never know what's going to happen the next minute, even. So it's a good thing to kind of reflect on, hey, how does it play a role in you? How do you hold yourself back? Maybe unconsciously, maybe subconsciously, because you don't know how to deal with uncertainty. So I'm here to say, like, okay, yeah, if you could embrace it with curiosity, with resilience, knowing that you can count on yourself, then okay, you can click away and say goodbye, and then maybe I see you next week. But I give this training because I want you to navigate uncertainty really with confidence, with grace, with ease, with joy, with excitement. So here's a 5-step approach, to being more open to uncertainty. And one of the most important things right away is shift your perspective about it. You can see it from my eyes, the way that I'm talking. Uncertainty basically excites me. I find it nice. I'm curious. I'm like, oh, maybe I learned something new. And basically, this whole reframing, which is natural to me, is something that you can learn, that you can practice, that you can adopt. So if you start seeing uncertainty as an opportunity rather than a wall or a block or something, but as an opportunity for growth, to learn something new, to learn something valuable, to discover something special or something beautiful, or to meet new people, then the whole thing of not knowing becomes more bearable, right? So, how can you get there? Okay, maybe you can start saying, like, simply, uncertainty brings new possibilities. If you start repeating something like this a few times, uncertainty brings new possibilities. Uncertainty brings new possibilities. You can train yourself, and it sounds weird. Maybe you think this lady is completely crazy. Well, I'm not. This helps. This will definitely help if you have this fear for the unknown. Uncertainty brings new possibilities. Trust it, feel it, say it, trust it, feel it, say it. And such a positive perspective actually makes that you become less fearful for the unknown. Yeah, and it increases also the openness, because you will maybe start taking little steps into the direction of new experiences, sign up to a new club, or ask for a raise at work, or maybe travel somewhere where you thought you'd never dare to travel, all these kind of things. So, and then yeah, so that's one thing, your perspective. But of course, you need to develop a certain resilience, and probably you are already pretty resilient. But there's always more, always more to build in within yourself to cope with uncertainty. Because of course, you can end up in situations that are like, ooh, how am I going to deal with this? So practice stress relief techniques like deep breathing. Um, um, or build a strong network, like a support network from friends or family, if you're undertaking something that's kind of like scary or maybe unknown. And yeah, for all forms of resilience, it is important to just maintain a healthy lifestyle. Well, of course, you know this, you've heard this before, but it is so true that everything that you put in your mouth has an effect on your system, on your body, on your ways of thinking, on how you feel, on your vibrancy, and also on your resilience. So Um, Resilience is important because it helps you to bounce back when something is tougher or when there is a setback or something happens that you didn't expect. You can kind of navigate through it a little bit more secure, right? So, and then staying present is always important. Many people, yeah, fear the future, fear next year, fear tomorrow, fear that something's happening to the people they love. Of course, those are things that are possible. It's part of life. Also, those, um, yeah, nasty things and events are part of the good life, right? So, if you want to stop worrying, really try to hone in and focus on the present moment more. I'm not the first one who's telling you this, but keep practicing it. Rather than worrying on the future, start to appreciate what you have right now at this very moment. Um, Coloring might be something that helps you to calm down a bit. Meditation, prayer, breathing, slow walking, all these things support you in staying present in this very moment. And yeah, what it does, it reduces your fear, it reduces anxiety, it actually also opens up your and cracks open your ability to cope with more uncertainty. And yeah, then there's something else that's very important. And it's linked to flexibility. I met quite some people in my life that are very convinced, that have very strong convictions, that are pretty rigid. And everything that's outside of that uh, is uncertain, causes uncertainty, causes also fear. And I see this as something that is basically auto-generated because they are so um, constricted or constricting basically themselves within the lines, within the system, within, like with coloring, coloring within the lines only, um, they lose their flexibility and also they lose their adaptability. So I think that for uncertainty, it's important that you develop the skill to be adaptable to the plan or to adapt your plans or your expectations because of course things are not always going as you expected them to go, and it's very, very important to have a liquid mind and heart and attitude that adapts quickly. So why is it so important? Because I mean there are multiple strategies, right? And they used to say there are multiple ways that lead to Rome. So if you have a goal, if you have something that's out in front of you into the future, and you develop a strategy, maybe you can develop a plan B or C that if A is not working, you can fall back on B or C, so be open to adjusting. Don't see it as a failure if strategy A is not working or not turning out as you wanted it to be. Have a B and a C in place, or at least count already, or no, don't count on it, but think about that when it's not going how you want it to go, that there's always another way. Be a problem solver, right? So, and then yeah, uh, I love uncertainty in the sense that I see it as a learning opportunity. I'm entering something new. I will have a new experience. You can see it the same way. It's a new experience. What are you not knowing yet? And what new insight will come at you? Or maybe you'll meet nice new persons, making new connections. So it's a chance really to learn, to grow, to develop, to see more of the world, to learn more about history or about possibilities. So engage in new experiences, seek this knowledge, and reflect also on what it has been bringing you or what it's bringing you. So all these things are uncertain upfront, but they can be so great, so new. And I'm sure that if you look back on your life, you've been doing many things that were first uncertain and you made it through them. And uh, maybe now, today, you feel like, hey, I could actually seek uncertainty. in a certain way. So that makes it really interesting, I think. And because this whole continuous learning makes you more, develops your adaptability, your positive outlook on life. You'll be more engaging, more open and in a wondrous state looking into the world, because you will see more things. You will develop a better sight for opportunities. And that's what I wish for you. That can be super, super useful in the years to come, because there's a lot coming at us. You can handle it. You can take it on, because you know now that you can develop being open to uncertainty, build your resilience, your flexibility, your adaptability, shift your perspective, and really it's a source of growth and discovery, and it will absolutely lead to a more fulfilling life if you reduce the fear, if you reframe, and if you start to become seriously curious about this uncertain opportunity that's just waiting for you. Have a great week. Try to look into this week, try to go around this week seeking things that you normally wouldn't do. Enter a shop that you never would enter. Ask something to maybe somebody on the work floor that you normally don't dare to ask things. Things to plan something you've never been doing before. Seek some uncertainty and approach it with curiosity and joy. See you next week. Bye.